Hey, I wanted to talk to you about the chair. Sometimes when you walk into a room, there's a chair at your audition, and some actors think in the back of their head, even though they know this isn't true, boy, they want me to use that chair. I wasn't thinking to use the chair because my character's running after the perp, or my character's jogging with her girlfriend. But now I see there's a chair there. Everybody else must be doing that. That must be the right answer, or that must be what they want. No, it isn't. The chair is there just in case you need a chair. So it's yours to play with. Back in the day, and I'm not sure if it's still current, the union used to say that you got a chair and enough room to move around it. You got the entire script 24 hours in advance. Sometimes you would have to go into the casting office and sit there where they could see you and read it. But maybe you won't get a chair and you really need one, like the character's asleep in a bed or the character's sitting in a car. Are you going to fight with them? No, you're not. So you're going to work it out without the chair. You're not going to fight with them that you didn't get the whole script 24 hours in advance either, right? So even though there's certain promises, we're just going to let those things go, and we're going to be aware of what we need. So what could a chair be? Why would we need it if we were chasing the perp? Well, maybe we catch the perp, right? Wouldn't it be nice if the chair was over here and you came in and you were like, come on, he's going this way. And maybe hold still, you son of a bitch. And you cuff him, right? Wouldn't that feel good? They're going, hold still, you son of a bitch. Or just, hold still, you son of a bitch. It's nice to get in there and get physical. Your body believes you, your mind believes you, and you just feel more grounded and in an actual space. Uta Hagen told me once that a piece of furniture like a chair can orient you to your environment. So if you have a chair at home, and then you walk in and there's a chair there, even though the rest of the room looks different, you can figure out where you are inside the environment you created just by orienting it off of the chair. So that's kind of a nice grounding tool too. Sometimes you don't want the chair, or you want to be able to move it, and yet sometimes there's cameras and stuff set up. So how do you address that? Because actors walk into auditions sometimes and they go, can I move this? And you look so nervous, like you're really asking us to do something that must be scaring the hell out of you, like it must be a big high stakes thing. And I know I've been on the other side of the camera and I've thought, where are you gonna move it? That it's that traumatic. Are you gonna throw it out the window? Or are you taking it home? So we wanna find a nice way, and may I move this chair is really kind of hat in hand. So I think psychologists tell us, so it's not just me that thinks it, that a really nice way to approach the chair and moving the chair or anything else in the room is to use the word work. I don't usually give a lot of tips and tricks, but this is kind of a good tip, because I believe that acting is about more than tips and tricks, but this one kind of helps. It's for the technical part of the audition. When you say the word work, whether I say yes or no, does this work for you? Yes, no, I'm working with you. We are now working with each other. We're listening to each other. We're open to each other's ideas. So you've already begun working with this casting director the minute you do that. And psychologically, they think of you as an actor they can work with, because they are. So if you say, now let's imagine that this thing is here. There's maybe a T on the floor, or you can tell things are set up a certain way. Rather than saying, wasting their time and saying, when I played with this at home, I was inspired to move around a little more. So does it work for you if I move the chair over there? That kind of takes a while. But if you said, when I was playing around with this at home, I was inspired to move a little more. Does it work for you if I move the chair right over there? Now, if you can see what I've done with the chair, I've literally started to move it, but I've pivoted it. I didn't pick it up. So that if they say, oh, no, you can put it right back down. And no tragedy has happened. It's exactly where it was before. But if you move it, you might not get it back, or there's some sense that you've arranged things this way. It feels like it's still there, but you are moving forward and taking ground and not wasting anybody's time. Notice that I said, can I put it right over there? You like to be very specific, so nobody thinks, you're gonna move it out of the room, or you're gonna move it way to the other side. You don't need to move it. You're not given that much space, right, by your union, or technically. You have about 3 feet. Like, that's given to you. It's yours to own, to move in, to do what you want to, and it's all you need. So don't be moving the chair further away than maybe outside of that 3 feet zone. So if I move it over there. Now, having said that, why would you move the chair? I mean, I wouldn't completely ever move it out of that 3 feet zone because, again, it orients you. It can always be something. It's the perp you're grabbing. It's the wheelchair you're pushing. It's the door that you're, hey, maybe it's the one you're answering. Hi. So you never have to do something that doesn't have resistance, because resistance is so grounding, it's so truthful, it feels so good. It can be just the pillar of the room. Let's say that there's two, like today's scene, you're outside the diner, and then you can have this whole exchange outside the diner, and then maybe you're coming in the diner, and then you're hey, and you sit in the booth, right? It can be Fast and Furious. It's the car that you're, oh, can you see me if I sit down? It's the car that you're driving in, and the semi-truck is there, and you're telling him to slow down, I'm gonna get on there, it'll be fine. Oh my god, okay, I'll get it. I'll get the bomb in just a second. All right, slow down. Drive, motherfucker. That wasn't nothing. Right? So it can be a whole world. You don't need much more than this chair, but I think you should really use it. Your script also is a wonderful prop for you. It can be the picture of your lover that you're hiding from the man, your husband that you're talking to. It can be the menu while you're discussing whether or not you're going to have who's the kids are going to live with after the divorce. It can be the x-ray that you are telling the person that they have a cancerous tumor on their placenta. I just did that scene. It can be so many things. It's the list that you need as the detective. It's the warrant for the arrest. So it's in your hand, and there's like a safety net in that. You know that if you really need it, you could go down for it. This is particular to a live audition. But holding the script tells a director that this is a rehearsal. It's a work in progress. You're exploring still, and you're open to notes and to changes. What's more important than that you get everything right, or you make the right decisions, or you make the right choices, is that you make strong choices. This lets us know that while you've made strong choices, you're still open to changing those choices. It also, in a live audition, takes care of the technicians, the people that are watching your audition, the casting director or their assistant, because you can take care of yourself. They can watch you, and if you need a line, you're not going to go up and they have to start over. You're not going to call for a line and they need to know where it is. You'll be able to take care of yourself. So it calms the whole room down in many different ways and sends a really positive message that you have not performed something or pre-shaped something, but that you're still exploring something, that this is a rehearsal. And I like to think of every acting opportunity as an opportunity for growth and listening and discovering things, and it's always a slice of life. So you're always learning something about what it is in the scene, what humanity is, what's happening. It's new, it's for the first time. And so, and yes, of course you can do all of that and put the script down, but this helps say that. So keep your script, keep your chair, find great ways to use them, unless you really don't want them, and talk about it very powerfully. Does that work for you?